G'day there. I just wanted to show that I've been doing some playing around with different geometries on repeaters. I've gone and desoldered all the LEDs. And at the moment I'm playing with this sort of sunflower arrangement. So it's a bit hard with the coils not all being exactly the same. They really should be exactly the same. But it's nice having random ones too. Sometimes you notice things that you wouldn't notice with all identical stuff. So anyway, first thing I want to point out, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm getting my microphone really close. There is a really high pitched, and that's interesting when I get my camera really close. They put all the lights out. There we go. That's actually my camera. There is a high pitched squeal coming off of there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. And when I let go of the speaker, it kills everything. We are in high power mode. I'm drawing 1.5 amps or so from 2 AA batteries. The only coil here that is hooked up is this one here that's got the speaker on it. Okay. The rest are all just repeaters. So let's see what it can do. Let's turn it down to the 5th harmonic, which is still still the best at the 5th. And that's it there, I'm getting 140 volts, nearly 150 volts, peak to peak, in this big fat coil on the bottom, which is also not connected to anything except for the scope. I've got lights under the table again, they're both lit. And these guys back here are pretty impressive. They seem to be lighting up off the multimeter wires, which is measuring my amps. So again, it just shows, like if those kind of pulses are going through those wires, that multimeter takes 600 samples a second. This is in the 5 microseconds of division range, those little tiny squares, the divisions. So there's no way this multimeter's tracking everything that's going on. I've got it on the 10 amp range because that's the smallest resistor in there. It's probably a 1 ohm, might be a 10 ohm. It has very little interference in that mode. And so look, and we've got a bit of a single wire going there too. They are very position sensitive, but they're not bad. Not bad for something that happened by accident. I wasn't even trying to get that, I just put a receiver down there and was quite surprised to see it light up. I was trying to get it out of the way. So let's check the range of this compared to the triangle formation I had before. And you can see, I'm still getting lights up here. There it is. I've got pretty similar 40. I might be pulling a bit over 40 centimetres now. I'm not hitting the half metre mark yet, which is my benchmark from my larger coil, which is down under here when running on 12 volts. I have had a little play with introducing that coil to this system, and they don't get along well. It is really crucial. The gauge of wire used is really coming out being very important with all this wireless stuff. I think possibly more important than the lengths of the wires. Okay, so we're in radio, ham radio and AM radio and stuff like that. The length of your antenna is very critical to your tuning. In wireless electricity transmission, it does seem that the thickness of the wire is the critical factor. And I've had a play with a few different formations here. There are some optimal positions, there are some less than optimal positions. Loading it up like so will change the waveform. That's me moving the coil around. If I put it right on the transmitter, it kills. Now the blue line's the transmitter, the yellow line's the repeater underneath. But by sucking all the power out of the transmitter into this coil, nothing gets into the repeaters. I do have a very nice even coverage though, I must say, with this formation. So I'm going to continue playing with different coils and different formations and different tunings and all that sort of stuff. And there'll be another update soon. Thanks for watching. Oh, quickly, I will turn it down as low as it goes on this pot. This is a 1K pot. I can go lower with a different one. You'll see even at 250 milliamp draw, which is not on a good harmonic. Can't quite hit that second one with this pot. There's the third. There's 380 odd. But even there we're still getting pretty decent light. There's full brightness. One of those LEDs. So that bottom one of those, that pair is probably half of that. And that right hand side's probably 20-25%. Still got some 1Y stuff going around. There is lots of other receivers over here. As I've shown before, they all work to different extents in different locations. Sometimes one will light up where another one won't. And sometimes you put one near another one. This might work, no. Sometimes it does make a difference. Sometimes you add one and one gets brighter. Sometimes you add one and one gets dimmer. Let's go and change this pot over. I'm going to show you. Grab a 10K pot. I have got some, I can get this hooked up. There it goes. I can get a single wire, that guy up there, from around 60 milliamps. Oh, too far. There we go, 65 milliamps and we have light. Wireless transmission from the single wire. So I thought that was kind of nice. Especially when that receiver wasn't even supposed to light up back there. There is a couple of battery chargers and stuff there. There is some AC 240 volts in that. That could be having an effect on the system, I don't know. Perhaps I'm picking up half my power off that AC. And the multimeter lead here is just attenuating it, who knows. But it does appear that as I get further away from the AC it gets brighter. Who knows, there's too much going on here. Alright, that's what I'm up to at the moment. Thanks for watching.